Hello, welcome to the Aligned Astro Tarot Network. I'm here, Candy, to do your reading for the second half of March. But the readings really are timeless. I'm more so focused on the title than anything else. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And we will begin to do your reading. I don't know who it's going to be yet, though, so you have to bear with me. Let's see. Wow. Wow. Taurus, you have a lot of energy here. Before I could get to your card, you have creativity, revolution, truth, and eighth house, endings and beginnings. Wow. Make note of that. That's actually very, it's a lot going on. So what I see here is that you have had an ending, a new beginning, which brought about some truth. You had to face the truth. You had to face the truth. This truth brought about a revolution. And with this revolution, you have been able to tap into new levels of creativity. Wow. So I'm going to keep that in mind as I do your reading, because it looks like you've gone through quite a bit here. And we'll just keep that up as a reminder. And I'll go ahead and get started with your reading. Wow, that's awesome though. Kind of left my big cards in the other room. But these will do. These will do. So, Taurus, you've been through quite a transformation. It could be with the eighth house of endings and beginnings, Taurus, that you had to deal with the death of a loved one. This is not for everybody. But eighth house endings and beginnings, it represents the death of something and the rebirth of something new. Phoenix rising, Pluto energy, transformational energy. With that eighth house ending or death of something was the rebirth of something, some that brought about the truth. This has caused a complete radical change in your life, a revolution. You'll never be the same after this. It could be that everything was perfect and then it just went bad. Or it could be that everything was bad and it turned good. Those are all perceptions. But it doesn't mean the death of something doesn't necessarily mean the death of something bad. For some of you out there, this transformation actually means the death of something that could have been very good and it ended and you perceived it as something bad, but it was meant to bring about a truth within you and a revolution and help you tap into new creativity. Those of you who are coming from the other side, where you actually had something really bad going on that you endured, you've finally been freed of that, and now you have something good to look forward to. Because in life, the pendulum swings both ways. It really does. And those who are on one side switch to the other and vice versa. So that's my little rambling for the beginning. Let's see what we have going on here. Okay, so for the most part, Taurus, it looks like there's some juggling in a love relationship that actually has you feeling quite hermit-like. It looks like you feel a little bit like you've gone inward. Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles, we have the Lover's card, and we have the Hermit. So we can clarify that and we can see exactly what that's all about, and see if that has anything to do with this transformation that you've gone through. Okay. Okay, so what it looks like, yeah. So what it looks like is there was a decision that needed to be made. There was some juggling going on here with the Two of Pentacles. And it looks like you left, or a situation ended. It's like you've moved on. You've moved on, or you're moving on, right? From a situation that had you juggling your priorities. It could have been juggling relationships, responsibilities, right? And it has you kind of moving into an equal give and take relationship. So it's almost like you had to choose between something that was out of balance to move into something that was balanced, okay? Even if it was something that was good, and you had to deal with the death of someone, there was something in your life that needed to be balanced out. You may not even see it yet, but it will show and reveal what it is. And as you've gone inward, there has been a very rapid or quick change. And that quick change caused a little bit of confusion, and you had to walk away completely from a particular situation. Okay, move this back a little bit so we can get a little more room. So, you've had to do a lot of soul searching. You've had to do a lot of letting go. Things have probably been ripped from you, pretty much. Yeah, things have probably been ripped from you. And you've probably been very inspired through this transformation here. Yeah, it looks like you're building up your confidence. You're coming out of being passive aggressive. You're being more aggressive than you were. Whatever this transition or transformation is that happened, has pulled you out of just going with the flow, and you're being a little bit more aggressive and more communicative about what it is that you want, about who you want in your life. You're being very selective, and you're actually here getting in touch with your energy here, with this Empress energy here, this Venus feeling of abundance. It's taking you a while to get there if you're coming from the other side of loss, of losing something, but you're beginning to actually see it. And if you're coming from the other side of where you've been on the losing side, you on the winning side, you already know, who you are and where you're going. The Wheel of Fortune has opened up for you, but for whatever reason, it has you in hangman mode. So you have an opening where you can move forward. The way is clear. This transformation has taken place, and things are actually happening and moving along nicely for you. But you are in hangman mode. because there's a situation, an idea, a thought, something's going on that makes you feel like something's not quite fair. Let's see what that's all about. So you got the Wheel of Fortune, Hangman, and the Justice. So you have some major arcana cards that are here for every one of you right now. And those major arcana cards represent the fact that the Wheel of Fortune is here. You can open up, but you don't want to open up because you're afraid you're going to lose with the Tower card here. And you're actually closing yourself off to some very good opportunities here with the Ten of Pentacles, because you actually think that the same thing that happened last time, that you're going to get a loss. That you're going to get a loss. But you're not. Actually, your cards are showing here that you're winning regardless of what's happening. I don't care how bad it is, Taurus. If you are watching this reading and things are bad for you, if you've dealt with the death of a loved one, or the death of a relationship, or the death of a job, or the death of an idea, the death of a situation that was very, very precious to you, you're getting ready to be rewarded with the Ten of Pentacles, but you're blocking it because you're afraid that the Tower moment's going to happen. But the Wheel of Fortune is here to let you know everything is open, but you don't think it's going to be fair. So it has you in hangman mode, and you're not moving forward. You're waiting for enlightenment, but you're not able to get enlightenment if you're going to cross your heart and keep it from being exposed, and if you're going to cover your eyes because you want to be in denial and you don't want to see things for the way that they are. So you're blocking yourself, Taurus. So what's happening is the universe has moved really big on your behalf, whether you perceive it to be good or bad. And because of that movement, you're either afraid of losing, because it's so good, or you're afraid of losing because it's been so bad. And you just feel like, I just want to keep it right here because it's familiar. So Taurus, you're stuck in the illusion of familiarity, but life is changing around you and you have to move with it. And I want you to come out of this energy here so that you can get this Ten of Pentacles energy. That's what this Hermit is all about in relations to love, in relation to love. And it's almost like you'd rather be single because you feel happier that way. It's like you don't want to love again like you loved before. It's like, you know what, the last time I loved like this, it was just way too much. And I'm actually happier kind of being by myself, maybe dating, not being very connected. Because when I look at these cards together, it's like, I'm just going to block myself off. I'm better off single. I can go out, I can have fun, I can do the things that I want to do the way that I want to do them, and I don't have to worry about this Tower moment. So you know what? I'm just going to be free. I'm not going to fall in love anymore, because last time I fell in love, it ripped my heart to shreds. Okay? But the universe is holding this for you. The reason why that ripping happened was so that you could actually realize, go through this revolution, right? So that you could actually see the truth, So you had to go through a ripping away of something that you thought you wanted. But the eighth house was like, no, we're going to let that go. And the universe is asking you to be more creative, more open-minded, and more available to something that you've never experienced before. And you're stopping it. Yeah, see, the universe is saying, release this burden and step into your hopes, dreams, and wishes. It could be an Aquarius that you were involved with, that you got the lesson from, but that Aquarius was here to teach you to never disconnect from yourself. You can be in a relationship. The Aquarian lesson is be in a relationship, but don't lose yourself. And the moment you lose yourself, you begin to have high expectations of others. And so it looks like that energy came in to show you no matter how good something is, you cannot lose yourself, Taurus. You cannot become so codependent upon it that when it's taken away, you feel such a gap, such an emptiness. Because what it's showing is wherever that emptiness is that you felt when whatever this was that was ripped away from you, that's where your emptiness was before the relationship even began. Wow. That is an amazing lesson. And that's what I'm seeing here that you're learning is that what you thought was fulfillment was not really fulfillment. It was just a distraction from the whole that's deep inside of you. The universe is asking you, now that they've pulled the pacifier out of your mouth, to feed your own self, to pull into your, to go deep into your creativity, to embrace your revolution, to embrace this transformation. Wow. Yeah, so we have the Queen of Swords with the Five of Wands, which says that there was a resistance of truth here because the Queen of Swords is all about truth. It's all about truth. It's all about taking responsibility for your own way of thinking and not projecting that onto other people, not projecting your ideas onto other people. See, because when the Queen of Swords is in reverse, she's a tyrant. She projects her thoughts onto other people and she lives in a world of shoulds. This is how it should be. This is what should be done. And this is how you should have done it. And if I had known you were going to do this, then I would have done something different. But you should have known. You should have thought. You should have done. So Queen of Swords is here to say, hey, take responsibility for your own thoughts, your own mind, you know. And you were resisting it with the Five of Swords, but you got defeated. So the Queen of Swords was here to teach you a lesson on taking responsibility for your own thoughts and not projecting. And she battled you. She battled you. This could be a battle within yourself, but this could be an actual person that was challenging you. And you see how you're looking like, you know what? I can't. I'm just, you win. You know. So the Queen of Swords won that fight, which was actually the Queen of Truth and self-responsibility. Wow. So this is what I want you to do. When I do tarot, I don't read about the person as the person. I read about the person as the lesson. Okay, so I'm aware there's a person here that has taught you something intentionally or unintentionally. They don't even know that they've taught it to you. Because if it's the death of someone literally, they weren't intending to teach you that, but the universe had to take them in order for you to learn this lesson of being responsible for your own thoughts, not projecting your ideas onto other people, not being critical and judgmental, and not being idealistic and not being codependent on that ideal or that relationship, and not neglecting your own emptiness and expecting that person to feel that, right? And So what has happened is you were bound in codependency in that relationship. No matter how good or bad the relationship was, no matter how great you thought the relationship was in your mind, you were bound in codependency. And one thing about codependency, when we're codependent, almost always the universe pulls it away from you because you're too attached. I don't care how good something is. I had an aunt who, her and her husband were very much in love, very, very, very much in love. But she was so dependent upon him that she wouldn't even, write her own checks. She didn't, and it looked beautiful from the outside, but she was very codependent. And even though she enjoyed him for years and years and years, he left before she did. And she had to learn how to do things on her own, and it literally just it saddened her. I think it just hastened her mental fragility. Fragility. She was very mentally fragile after that. And that's how it is. It could be where you can either take this and you can grow mentally from it, or you can take it and shut down mentally. The universe is actually giving you this energy of creativity to keep you alive and going. But if you're grieving the loss of a relationship, which I feel deeply here, and that music is relaxing, but it's kind of sad. I'm getting a sad vibe here that you got a lot of good things ahead of you. You're just beginning on this road of prosperity, and you're gonna meet the person that's gonna take you the rest of the way into your hopes, dreams, and wishes. But honestly, you're sad. So let's see here. Um, okay, so here we are with, we do have the Emperor with the Three of Wands, which lets me know that you are getting back in control of your life. You're getting back in control. Whether you feel it right now or not, you're both of these cards are looking to the past, which lets me know that your past or recent situation in the past has had a great, great effect on you. Both of them are looking like the Emperor is looking. The Emperor has a sword in one hand and a wand in the other hand. His legs are crossed, which means that he's emotionally a little bit uptight. And what he's doing is he's looking towards the past, and he wants to master the past. Like, what went wrong? I'm going to conquer it. He's determined to conquer whatever happened in the past so that he can learn from his lessons. And with the Three of Wands, it's like once he does do that, then he can set out on his journey and move forward. That's the feeling that I'm getting from that. Wow, you're making me go through the whole deck here, Taurus, because I haven't run across the Lovers, the Two of Pentacles, or the Hermit. So we're going to keep going until we get there. So you're planting some new seeds, but you're deep in meditation with the Four of Swords clarifying the Hermit. There we go. You are in deep, deep meditation. That Emperor is very kind of aggressive energy, but that Emperor I'm looking at right now has actually shown me more of a meditative state than I've ever seen before. So it's almost like the Emperor is pretty much like a kind of an action, call the shots kind of card. But this Emperor looks very contemplative. Not that he's not going to take action, but like right now, he's looking like he's charting his course. Yeah, see, something in the past really broke your heart. This is a past reading because most all of the cards so far, they're looking in the past. Except for this 8 is walking into the future. But this High Priestess, this has sent you into the depths of yourself. You've gotten in touch with a passion that you never knew existed. And you're actually getting ready to come up for air. And you're getting ready to bring that passion with you. And I think this is what's going to happen with the creativity card. Energy is going to come out. Okay? This is where your creativity, this says creativity to me. Going in for all of the esoteric hidden answers, coming out with something very passionate and being able to tap into the creativity that the universe really wants. There you go. So the 2 of Pentacles represents you trying to decide, do you go for this soulmate idea or do you let it go and just remain single? You're trying to decide, do I just remain? You're like, do I remain single and celebratory where I'm having fun with my colleagues and groups of people that I really like? Or do I need to choose security? Look what happens if you choose the 4 of Wands. Look what's next. You will actually get the very thing that you are afraid of. I mean, that you want but are afraid of. Wow. And it just keeps coming. If you go ahead and continue to stay in love, you're going to get the Ace of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Wow. You need to go ahead and continue to stay in the vibration of love, Taurus. Come out of grief, come out of regret, come out of what if, come out of the feeling of, wow, I should have done this or I should have done that, and embrace this that's coming towards you. You got a lot of love coming, but you're still wounded. Wow. This is what is clarifying the Lover's card. This was your primary energy, the Lover's card. And what's clarifying the Lover's card is the 5 of coins. It's like you associate love with loss. So your primary energy is that you associate love with loss. Taurus. Come on, you're ruled by the planet Venus. If you're really like looking at this reading, and this reading is for you, and you're really sad and your vibration is low, and you're associating love with loss, you're actually missing out on the 10 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune has already gone before you and cleared the way, right? And this is trying to break through. And you're like, nope, because love equals loss, and I don't want it. Don't do that. It's easy to do. I know exactly how you must be feeling. Well, not exactly, but I have an idea. We've all been there. Let's see what your advice is. You're blocking love. You associate love with loss. But you got the 10 of cups, you got the 10 of pentacles, you got the ace of pentacles. It's waiting for you, but you can't see it because you haven't truly embraced the Saturn truth lesson here. You're not truly living in your revolution as a result of it. Your lifeline is going to be your creativity, but you're not grabbing hold to that. But you got the high priestess here that's trying to help you bring out your passions that are deep within inside of yourself. And you have been painfully so, but you have been delivered from codependency. And now you're just going into complete and total pure love. Pure love. Wow. Here's an X card that's in this energy. So this does have something to do with an ex, someone who died, someone who a situation died. I still feel a death. Okay. And you're being asked to go trust your inner guide and to embrace peace. You're being at look, the universe is saying there's nothing else left for you to do. Okay, in regards to the relationship in the past, there's nothing else for you to do with that. You have to let that go. You're going to have to move forward in your life. The universe is like, there's nothing else for you to do, Taurus. You've done all you can do. And this is actually what I'm saying. It's like you have sex, marriage, and career all trying to happen. And that's actually what I see here with these tens and the ace of pentacles. And I see that all trying to like really come through. It's going to be to your advantage. And you're going to be able to, and it's all about a transformation. I'm stopping there because this is really ridiculous. Let's do a romance oracle card here. This was a 32-minute long reading. Oh, longer than that because I'm not done. But oh my goodness. You made me go through the whole day. You made me work for this reading, Taurus. I need to look at my donation button down there. My donation link. This was a very good reading for you. I hope that it pulled you out of despair, though. You got to release your ex. That's the first card that popped up. You got to release your ex. And when you tell people to release their ex, it doesn't mean that the ex, if you really want the ex to come back, that the ex won't come back. It's just that you got to let up. You got to let go. You got to release, you know. Pay attention to the red flags as you move forward. I'm seeing the red flags for you, really, honestly, is that you're rejecting everything good coming to you, because this that's coming to you could definitely be the one, and it is going to be safe for you to love. You need to get back in touch with your playfulness because you've been very, 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 very sad, and you need to learn how to trust. You're not really trusting, and get back in touch with your passion. Go deep within like the high priestess is trying to get you to do, and love yourself first. See, when whatever relationship you were in before, you were really loving that person a lot, and that person was loving you if it was a loving relationship, but you weren't loving yourself. And even if that person wasn't loving you and you were loving them, you still wasn't loving yourself. So this whole lesson is about letting go of codependency and loving yourself, Taurus. I hope this was an enlightening reading for you. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if this resonated with you. I really felt this reading, though. And even though it was sad, I can't feel sorry for you because you have a lot more life left and you have gifts coming. I mean, a lot of gifts, good gifts, solid gifts, long-lasting gifts. So I don't feel sorry for you, Taurus. We don't get a pity party today. So reconstruct the world by reconstructing your mind. I know you can do it. Bye.